Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your host, Galawain, and it's episode 105. I've not been in this Hall of Warriors building, so I thought this might be worth checking out. Three Tusk First Blade. Three Tusk Warriors. Oh, I thought that might be their name, but there's a chest here. Stelgers. What are you guys up to? Simok.
Tread carefully, Estromor.
It's not many Estromoran who are permitted into our sacred city. Bethwell must be feeling especially soft today. Adair pays no attention to the elf and instead has locked eyes with the Stelgar in front of him. He whispers to you, "Do you think he'd mind if I pet his Stelgar?" Of course not. Come to hear your future at Terra Evra? His smile widens, exposing a row of yellowed crooked teeth. Or to make your own blood sands. What's blood sands? An ancient place of sacrifice in a cave by the great elms themselves. Reston and his druids have been an integral part of Glanfathan's society for generations, no matter what some of the other tribes might say. Ere Glanfath has held its own against the Estromoran because some of us still understand the power of sacrifice. He gives you an appraising eye. Does the thought make you uncomfortable? It should. It is what kept our society alive for so long. Something else? I see. What do you do here? As Animfath of Three Tusk Stelgar, I guard our tribe in all matters. He looks to the main room of the hut where others have gathered. I am in Twin Elms to confer with some of the other Animfatha about the Onolflin, your Hollowborn. We only have such births here on occasion, but it has made us more vigilant about our neighbors. There are some of us who believe your Onolflin to be a punishment, the defilement of the builder's sites. Others say it's a plague carried by the Estromoran. People make it what they want to be, Adair says. And when it ends, if it ends, they'll make up reasons for that too. You don't seem very fond of us, Estromoran. I fought in the Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. I saw my brethren cut down defending the places of the builders, and I shed blood alongside Gavlin Reg himself. Now the Estromoran seek to think that they will find a cure for their empty children among our sacred lands. Or worse, they will find sanctuary in our lands. And I've seen what happens when they set their sights on Glanfathan's soil. From what we've seen, Adair says, those sacred sites might actually have a cure. They protect those sites because someone told them to. You wish just once they'd have the courage to question it. Yeah, I see. Isn't there room for you both? In 200 years, Defiance Bay and New Hamar have outgrown their own crooked cobblestones. They rupture and reek like bloated corpses. No. Inviting them into our lands would be the end of us. In my 250 years, I've led my people through 2 wars. Our borders have remained intact, and largely through the reputation of the Three Tusk Stelgar. I've sired a dozen children, but none have been deemed fit to take my place. I care nothing for the legacies that obsess the Estromoran lords, but it is important that my successor continues this path. Is your role hereditary, then? Not entirely. We believe that the souls of our ancestors come back to us, that a strong soul may bear more, but all souls must be tested by our elders. The Riau looked first among my children for a successor, but their souls were weak. Ordinarily, they would turn to others in my tribe, to clan heads and their families. Ordinarily, he levels his gaze. But we share a tradition of fostering the children of other tribes, and the Animfath, the Fisher Crane, has trusted his youngest to my care. He grimaces. And as none of my own blood are fit to take my place, the Riau will look next to his bog child, the kin of another Animfath and my foster daughter, to take my place. Bog child? I have nothing but respect for Fisher Crane, but their ways are not ours. The Orlans of Fisher Crane have lived in Thane Bog for 1,000 years. They are cunning and furtive by nature. Serves them well when they have swamplands to hide their movements. But this will not deter the Estermoran on open ground. I wouldn't be so sure, Aloth says. There's greater fear in the unseen enemy. Simok points at the warriors gathered near the fire. Our savagery has deterred the Estermoran from further encroachment. They still tell us of our deeds in the Broken Stone War. But if a child of Fisher Crane leads our tribe, we will lose that boldness, and the Estermoran will lose their fear of us. The child will be influenced by the souls of her ancestors. In times of crisis, she will look to her kin in Thane Bog for guidance. No matter what I might try to teach her, it will not be enough. There is a way you could help, if you have the stomach for it, but I think it would suit someone of your inclinations. This Orlan girl has the soul of a leader. If it were passed to one of my own offspring, our tribe would remain strong. Estelgar at Sermac's side scratches his massive head on the Animfath's leg. He remains steady on his feet. The Druids of Blood Sands have a way to do this, and they understand the importance of a strong line of succession for 3 Tusk Stelgar. The irises of Pelagina's golden eyes grow wide. This is brutal talk, even among Glandfathans. He gives you a key. There's a house in the southeast Hearthsong, next to the river. The child will be asleep, and I have arranged for her to be unattended for a time. Take her and bring her to Keeper Warda in Blood Sands. She knows what must be done, and when she presents you with the liquid essence, bring it back to me. I see. Well. What will Keeper Warda do with the child? Have you seen the rituals of Blood Sands? She will sacrifice her. The only way to distill her essence. How quick the old are to sacrifice the young for their purposes. The Orlan child? Go on. Well, okay, sure. You are a friend to the Glandfathan people. Act swiftly, quietly, Estermore. I don't think I've ever done this quest in any of my previous playthroughs of this game, so that's why I'm doing it. Oh, except for we're interrupted. A young man approaches you with a swift and purposeful stride. While you've never met him before, he has the same stern, wild look as Simok. He doesn't speak until he's right next to you, and when he does, his voice is quiet. Wait, I saw you speaking with my father. What's this about? He glances back at the room with Simok. He's asked you to sacrifice Vela, hasn't he? He grits his teeth. Maybe he's right about 3 Tusk Stelgar growing weak. But if this is the price of strength, it isn't worth it. The tribes have survived this long because we've stuck together. A voice of reason, Aloth says. It's a wonder Simok didn't feed him to his Stelgars. Do you have another idea? There's an herbalist among the Ovates of the Golden Grove. Bleda, that's her name. They all gather southeast of here by the river. She could brew a poison. Simok wouldn't know the difference until it's too late. There's an easier way to kill Simok, you know. His warriors would surround you in no time. Besides, it's simplest if this happens quietly. Why not just return this child to her birth parents? It's complicated. A child sent to be fostered by another tribe isn't allowed to return. Unfortunately, explaining that we're shielding her from my father would make matters much worse for both tribes. You want me to murder your father? No, but it's better than allowing him to murder this child. Let me guess, if Simok dies, you're next in line. It's not like that. The Riel have already determined that my soul isn't strong enough. Whoever follows my father, it won't be me. All right, fine. I'll poison your father. With another glance at Simok's chamber, he backs toward the door. Like I said, you'll find Bleda in the Golden Grove. Good luck. Well, that's an interesting twist. Well, in that case, the Golden Grove. All right. Let's see what happens here. The Golden Grove. Oh, so pretty. Guys wielding 2 axes. Oh, they look badass. All right, what do we have here? Iswald, Ovate. I'm looking for someone called Bleda. Ovate, Iswald. Sitting near the river. Bleda is over here to the side. I missed her. The elf holds a chipped wooden pipe. The sweet smoke wafting from the bowl makes you dizzy. Welcome, Estermore. I've got herbs and potions for sale. Looking for something to ease your travels, or something to make them more interesting? When she grins, you see her teeth and gums are stained brown. White leaf, Adair says. Nice way to spend an afternoon, and the following night, and most of the next day. I hear that you make certain poisons. She takes a deep draw on her pipe. Poison. I only deal in tonics that heal and enlighten. She exhales a puff of smoke. Of course, many beneficial substances can be harmful when taken in great quantities. But that's just Wereth's way of keeping all things in balance. Really, what kind of substances? She leans against the winding tree trunk and ticks the items off on her fingers. Oh, there's plenty. Concentrated Cargralgolin, undistilled spider venom, rotten blood moss extract, cave coral mixed with skein bone. I see. What am I supposed to choose here? I decided to check the wiki, and it's irrelevant which one you choose. Then why have a choice? Game development. Sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. Give me undistilled spider venom, please. She stops counting and scratches her head. What would you want with something like that? Well, my friend Stelgar is dying, and he wants to ease the creature's passing. She frowns, her teeth clamped around the pipe. Poor thing. Here, take this. She gives you a vial filled with a dark fluid. It works slowly, but this will send him back to the cycle kindly enough. Just see that it doesn't get misplaced. Half that dose would kill him out. Was there anything else for you? Sure, let me see what you have. What do you got? You got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, okay. Wow, tons of stuff. Oh, and my cat's like, meow, meow. If I just pick all this stuff, we have tons of money. I'm thinking, I don't know. Do I need any of this? I have no idea what I might need it for. Let's just buy her out. It's just something. Trade 9,000. We have enough. Excellent. Okay. Trick Simak into drinking the poison. Well, now, how are we going to trick him into drinking this poison? I wonder. Just have a conversation with him? Here's the potion you asked for. Something's wrong. What are you trying to give me? This is distilled essence, really. He rushes at you with a cry of rage. Oh. I have 18 intelligence and I need 19. So there's the casita casserole. We don't have all the ingredients to make a lot of foods, but we can make this one. Plus 2 intellect for 300 seconds. I'm going to craft that. That is our solution to all our problems, I hope. Plus 2 intellect. Okay. Casita casserole. Intellect 20. Let's go.
Right.
Here's the potion. Something's wrong. You're being paranoid because you're nervous about the deed. It's natural. He reaches out with a hand gnarled by age and battle. He clutches the vial close to one faded blue eye. To my tribe's salvation. Drains the vial in one long gulp. He swallows, and after sputting for several seconds, he glares at you. His breath sounds ragged and wet. You poisoned me. No, and then I need resolve 20 for something. Didn't, I swear. Okay, my character's base resolve is 14, but I went all the way back to Cadnua to get the chapel resting bonus. And I made food that gives me +3 to resolve. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put everybody over here. Save the game.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to all stand over here for a reason. Slow down. Do this. You're going to do this food item and this food item. Alright. So now... Crunch. And crunch. Alright, now what's he got? He's got, oh, I gotta do the int one. This one. 20 on both. Alright, my friend. Poison. This is the essence potion you asked for. Send for Werder if you doubt it. You poisoned me. You just swallowed a mixture of concentrated essence and blood. How did you expect to feel? I suppose you're right. And I suppose I have to thank you for the service. Safe travels, Estermore. Okay. Actually, we didn't need the intelligence one. If we just did it with 20 resolve, it would have been enough. Lyris looks at you in the eye and gives you a slow nod. Virtue guide your hand. Alright. See what happens. Side Cadnua. Okay, so now what do I need to do? Oh, is that it? Sacrificial bloodlines and it's just done. Well, okay, that's kind of anticlimactic, don't you think? No real resolution to that matter. It's just like he's poisoned. Okay. Well then. In that case, so there's Blood Sands and Terra Everon. So where do we have to go to? We have to go to Blood Sands now? Council of Stars. Descend the pit in Burial Isle. Okay, Burial Isle. Where is that? Burial Isle. How do we get there? Wait a minute. Maybe we gotta go this way? Old Song District. Hearth Song District. Do we gotta go through Old Song to get there? Okay, we need to go see the ferryman over here to Burial Isle. While we're here... Hylia's Shrine?
We can't stay down here. Someone must go to the nest eventually.
Oh, hey, we handled that for you. 2 wood elves, a man and a woman, wear colorful robes embroidered with the matching emblem. A winged egg. Apart from their clothing, they couldn't be more different. She folds her arms and continually scowls at the broken walls around them. He, on the other hand, mutters prayers. His shade-dappled face is tranquil as a cloudless sky.
Just how are we supposed to worship the Sky Mother from among the weeds, This is a disgrace.
Calm yourself. We should be grateful that she protected us from the winged terror. Besides, even here we have a visitor.
What's this winged terror you speak of?
A dragon. One that has taken up residence in the nest, the true temple of Hylia, and slain many of her faithful. And one which Anuin has been in favor of killing from the beginning.
But no, you advised caution. Now word spread that the dragon ate a few of our followers, and anyone willing to slay it wants an Anumphos ransom for the job.
I told you a larger party wouldn't stand a chance. By the time the first half reached the top of the mountain, the second half would still be stuck in the pass. It'd be burned alive. Contrary to Anuin's suggestion, I am in favor of sending someone to kill the dragon. But I suggest a smaller party, and one willing to seek Hylia's blessing.
The dragon and Achung are both dead. You can thank me now.
Praise the Sky Mother and thanks to you too. I told you that an attack was the way to go.
And the Queen of Birds saw fit to bless us with a capable warrior. It is a shame that such a rare champion of the skies had to perish. All winged life is sacred to our goddess. Still, it is better that we can return to worship at the nest. Thank you. Not to presume too much, but you might pray to Helia when you visit Ter Evron. She is grateful to all who aid her.
Well, look at that. And off they go. Okay. Well, in our case, what is this? Galawain's Maw. Guys gonna, oh, you're gonna split up. Okay.
Nice. Subtle.
What's in this place? Have I even ever been in here in any of my playthroughs? Let's go find out. What do we have here? The fangs. Okay. Viscous liquid gives off a sharp metallic odor. Like a blood.
Arensi has no right to defend that cowering cat in the back of the maw.
Then track her down and tell her yourself.
Come to see the great Oernos, Estremor? He's out for a hunt, but he'll be back. Unlike that lioness, he doesn't stay cooped up in here for long.
Why can't Orenos go and fight the lioness?
Because she holes up at the back of the maw, surrounded by her pride and the natural hazards of this place. It's not the proper way to meet a challenger. She's got to come out and face Oernos to keep her claim. Anyway, her prime is past. Putting that old beast down would be a mercy at this point.
I can take care of Sol. I hate to spoil the tradition of a big showdown, but if she retreats from her fight, then there's no point in waiting. Kill her, and that'll be proof enough that she's not a fit champion. Okay. Kill who? I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with that. Who's this person?
Kareth, this is no place for sightseeing, even for you. The beasts of Galawain's Maw are dangerous, and now more than ever.
This is Galawain's Maw?
Yes, a den of beasts sacred to the Lord of the Hunt himself. Historically, the greatest predator of Air Glanfath has claimed the back of the Maw as its lair. Lately, however, there's been some dispute as to who should occupy that position. And it's leading to discord among our hunters.
Something else? I prefer action to talk, but I'll answer your questions best I can. What's wrong with the beasts?
They won't fight.
And it's Galawain's will that they battle.
This is truth.
The Maw has always been home to one great predator. Every so often a challenger comes along and the two battle for territory. But Sol remains in her den and Oernos can't confront her there. Now two mighty predators and their kin hunt from the same stock. It's thinning the herds and it's thinning patience around here too. And this waiting, it's not the deliberate watchful waiting of a hunter lying in ambush. It's stagnation, tedium, hoping for something to happen. But I'm powerless to act. One half of the fangs will cry favoritism if I try to drag the lioness out myself. I received a vision from Galawain about these beasts. From the clever hound himself. If you truly have Galawain's blessing, I won't stand in your way. But I can believe he sees a forceful champion in you. We don't normally permit outsiders to venture into the Maw, but you understand that you do so at your own risk. Sol's lions are likely to attack intruders on sight. Still, perhaps you can coax her into fighting the bear. Do whatever you can to end this stalemate. Then I will. Back of the Maw, eh? All right. Animals. Oh, what's going... The stones at the edge of the chasm are slick and beaded with moisture, but in order to get to the other side, we're going to have to go around. Okay. There's a new book I'm working on. We require the proper key, okay. And it's kind of a fantasy book, but it takes place in a much more primitive tribal setting. And one of the things I always think about is how much time people had to spend every day doing things like crafting arrows and arrowheads and building stuff and maintaining things and doing all the things that you would have to do, because in a more primitive society, you're spending all your time trying to find food. All the time. Galawain's mocking. Oh, looky here. Okay. What do you got going on here?
Aye?
Why don't you do this? Like that. Give us all the crits.
I'm ready.
That sounds worse than it is, but
What is it?
you're gonna do that. And I will try to freeze that dude. Midair. Just gonna kind of set up shop right here, buddy. There you go. Now you can kick this one. You can set up more buffage. You can do that on yourself. Pelagina, go help him. And you go help on that. Kill it. And I will help kill that as well. And did what here? Karzik finished an ability. That's fine. Oh, and I got a zombified thing up. Go attack this. Great. Aloth, why don't you attack this? Adair finished his ability. You can do this. Ooh, I finished an ability for sure. I certainly did. I will use that to take the Lion Clansman. You can go attack that. Pelagina, use your flames on that guy. Dare, go use that. That. It's beautiful. Go attack, my friend. Just attack. Energy. That was chunky. So much fun. So Avowed is out, and I have not yet had a chance to play it. My hope was to get through Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2 before Avowed came out. That didn't happen, obviously. But that's probably a good thing. I think my only question now is, does everybody want to see a Pillars 2 playthrough? I certainly haven't played it in a long time, so it would be kind of like coming at it for the first time again. Be kind of fun. I figured it's okay to let Avowed rest for a little bit.
And what does the flame reveal?
It reveals traps. I am anxious to play Avowed because the people that I've been watching on social media playing it are loving it. They're having a really fun time with it. And even though there is no Cipher class, I've heard that melee and magic together is pretty fun, and that's the core of being a battle mage anyways, which is always my favorite thing. So okay, everybody, attack this. I don't know what this Lion Clansman rushing in here thinks he's gonna do, but
Yes?
But that's what he's doing. Just launch it, buddy. Aloth, get this thing. Everybody attack. Uh-oh. We got another little critter coming up over here. Okay. Get over here.
Yes.
Attack. Pelagina, torch it. Okay. Uncork that.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay. It said the back, so I'm presuming we can just keep going in this direction. Oh, looky here. We got peoples. Oh, I see. They're very fast. They're fast little warriors. Aren't they? Let's get the one in here. It's going to come over here and see us, and that's fine. Okay, you're gonna do this. Fire this up.
Yes?
You're gonna get a free one over here, but kind of wait for a second till they come in here. There you go. You don't want to be too fast
I'm
on the
ready.
draw on that. Nuke that thing.
Huh?
I will steal some power from it. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Adair, you're gonna go beat up on that.
Well?
You're gonna do this.
What?
Yes?
Yeah, that's nice. Do you have a fireball over here, don't you? Do this. Very nice. Okay. Let him run over here. Let him wait up. Can you hit this thing? Or wait a minute. Yeah. What about, let's move everybody this way.
What?
Get some defenses on you
Oh,
guys. Okay,
Yes.
now. Take that out.
Yeah.
I will freeze this troublemaker.
I'm ready.
Belagina, attack this thing.
Aye?
What do I want you to do, my man? Get that up. There's lots of roaring going on. Lots of roaring. Do this. Doink. Aloth finishes that ability. Get this one up. Belagina finishes her ability. Now she can do something a little more mighty. I'm gonna wait and attack this, and Adair's gonna attack it with you. I'm gonna attack this thing. Aloth, can you do some kind of attack on this guy? Attack him. Adair, kick this guy down. Belagina. That's the way we like it. Just shoot, my friend. It's torchy time. Oh, yeah. You gotta fight for your right
Laying low.
to party.
Finished.
Let me in there. I am the expert. Oh, there's nothing else here. It's a dead end. Okay. A thick, snarled tangle of dagger-sharp thorns and vines has grown across the passage. As you look on, the entire wall of vegetation seems to move almost like it were breathing. Thick coils of vines twist and writhe across the gap with a quiet rustle of foliage. Examine the vines. Through the gaps in the twisting vegetation, you catch brief glimpses of what seems to be a wide circular chamber. From time to time, you catch sight of tawny hides, and the rustling of the vines is briefly obscured by low growls. We're going to save the game right there is what we're going to do. Can we light this on fire and pass your way through? Try to sneak through the living wall. Find a brief opportunity as two vines move in opposite directions, clearing a path, and carefully step forward. You hold your breath as you move through, careful not to brush even the smallest leaf on the branches around you. Despite your best efforts, you find your shoulder jammed against a flowering branch, and the vine suddenly darts for your legs with unnatural speed. You quickly leap clear and use the momentum to roll away from the wall. You step out into the next chamber. Oh, we can save it right here. Great. What do we have here? Lion clams. Here we are. An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Sol's domain, Estremor. She shall not leave it for Oaneros or any other challenger. Why does Sol refuse to face Oaneros? Orneros is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the bear supporters want is for Sol to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Sol has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claws in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each, if not for us to decide that some of them are worth less than others. The lioness gives a low growl and Irency smiles. Also, Sol has recently given birth to cubs. They're small now, but when they grow they'll be mightier than either Sol or Oaneros. But if Sol is killed in combat, that bear will tear her young to shreds. Such is the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in the maw, then her cubs must grow to maturity. See, well, interesting. I'll deal with Oaneros. Good. That bear isn't nearly as strong as Einden and his followers think. If someone were to prove just how easily that bear can be killed, that would cure everyone of their delusions about it. Oh. End the stalemate. We have to go over there. Oh, and there's the bear. Oh, good God. Well. But so be it. I like that cutscene. Give us this chance to see where we need to go. The bear. Well, let's go see the bear. I mean, I can't argue with her logic. If you won the right to be there and they want to challenge you, here's the way it is. I grew up watching boxing with my dad. And I have always felt this is so true. In boxing, if you wanted to take the title away from somebody else, if you wanted to take the belt from someone away, you had to defeat them. It wasn't good enough to just win on a scorecard. Split decisions almost always favored the champion. So in order to win and take the belt, you had to defeat them soundly. That's the way it should be. The champion should have the advantage of incumbency. So, we'll go take care of this bear. You want to win? You can't just barely defeat the champ. You got to crush him. Okay, can I go like this and fight in this direction? Maybe. Or an arrows. All right, do I just... Oh, no. Go this way. Okay, do I need to just attack him then? Yep.
How may I help?
Well, like this would be good. That would be a good start.
Well?
You're gonna torch this bear. You're gonna attack it.
I'm ready.
You're gonna attack that thing. Very nicely done. Did I manage to strip it off of him? I dare. Crits. Darius. Crits Orneros. Oh, man. Sweet. How long is my Psycho-Vampiric Shield going to hold up? 41 seconds. Mommy. Freeze that bad boy. Oh my goodness, that's very pleasurable. Give yourself some defense and then you can pick up another offensive spell here. Yes, baby. Bellagina. Come over here and hit this thing. Actually, come over here and hit this thing. You hit this guy right here. And I am going to try to whisper of treason somebody. No, I'm just going to come up here and start swinging. Can I get up here and start swinging? Can I swing on this guy maybe? Maybe I need to switch to my longer one. Or here we go. Switch to the gun and start shooting this thing. Aloth Give me one of your fireballs, my friend. Like that. Oh, I like that. Aloth, nice work. What else do you got for me? You got a wall of flame, which I don't really care about. Spiritual lance, safeguard. Oh yeah, malignant cloud. Nail that. There you go. Oh my god. Skeletons. Nice job, Velagina. Way to go. Her weapon comes in handy, doesn't it? Fire that off.
Yeah.
I will keep shooting this guy. Let's see, what else can I do? I can do something. Not borrowed instinct. I'm thinking of something else. Right, this one. Silent scream. Stunning the target. No, that's not what I want. I want going between. Yep. Put it on him. Put it on him.
Damn it!
Big paladin. Damn it. Oh, because our white died. Return to Galawain at Terra Evron. Okay. Alright. You're gonna do a little bit of this. Adair. Hit this thing. You enemies here, go there. Pelagina.
Nobody kills my people but me!
That's funny. Our skeletons are dying. Okay, shoot this thing. Aloth, give me this. Oh my god. We're torching guys right and left here.
Yeah.
You're gonna switch back to this. Go get this guy. Oh my goodness. Everybody on this thing. Uh-oh. That bear's making a run for it. Aloth, hit this thing.
Yeah.
I will attack this. There we go. Freeze him. Oh! Annihilation. It's a good movie. It's even better destructive power here. Okay, so. Well then. A servant of death. Into the... What is this? Return to Galawain at Terra Evron and Elm's Reach. I have resolved the stalemate between the beasts. I may now receive my blessing from the secret god himself. Oh, that's right. So this was part of... Oh, I remember now. This was part of the god was like, you want my blessing? You got to do this. Okay. I got you. Well then. Let's go this way. Where's that other guy? Fang's first blade, blah, blah, blah. This guy right here.
Still looking around?
I've dealt with
Watch
the
your step.
situation. And Soul remains champion. Many of the Fangs are glad to see her stay. Perhaps it's Galawain's way of telling us to remember our roots and prize our cunning as hunters. Thank you for your help. May Galawain guide your path. Take this with our thanks. You might visit Terra Evron to pray to the Lord of the Hunt. He sometimes grants special favors for those who prove themselves. A cat's claw added to the inventory. I don't need that. I got enough of those at home. Cat's claws. And we're back to praying time. Let's see. Galawain. Right there. Pray to Galawain. You kneel, prepared for the shift this time. Cool stone gives way to warm soil, soft and loamy. Candle smoke disappears, replaced by the musk of the forest. Come to seek Galawain's favor. howl back. Something leaps from the bushes nearby. You find yourself pinned on your back and staring into the amber eyes of a massive hound. Okay. That's one way to make an introduction.
The lioness reigns still, and soon her cubs will rise. Why did you strike the bear down?
Well, the lioness had found an advantage and held it. Her cunning made her the more deserving champion.
Strength begets strength. The mighty seize an advantage in their jaws and do not let go. They shake and wring it, puncture its arteries with sharpened fangs. Blood whets their appetite.
He lets out a howl that rings through the air and lowers his head, puffs of steam rising from his panting mouth. Twigs crunch and branches snap. Ground shivers under the weight of pacing, prowling footsteps. A dozen beasts, bears, wolves, and long-fanged cats stalk out of the undergrowth, their matching amber eyes fast on you. Is this how you would threaten us, Galawain, with cats and dogs? As the beasts encircle you, their master rises to his feet. Even the largest of the bears can only reach his brown and muscle-knotted shoulders. You stand, mindful of the ring of predators surrounding you.
You sought and won the favor of Galawain. What new prey do you now pursue?
I must stop Theos Ix Arcanon from feeding thousands of souls to Wodica. A sudden blast of heat scalds your face, and even as you turn away, a flash of light sears your vision through your eyelids. When you look back, you see a woman in full plate standing next to Galawain.
So you know. No doubt one of the others has already enlisted you, and with a different purpose. Nevertheless, hear us.
Track Theos. Follow the trail he has left for you, and corner him in sun and shadow.
You must stop him before he empowers Wodica.
And if you do, you will have a different decision to make. You know what it means to toil quietly while your blisters turn to calluses. You take pride in great labors even when they profit you little. It is fitting that this matter should rest in your capable hands.
In Abaddon's crude yet efficient form, you see an uncanny resemblance to the eyeless. Yet his limbs are more finely wrought, his joints more flexible. You also feel the essence of the eyeless teeming within him. Aelot's eyes widen. The gods mean to leave this in our hands?
Souls were ripped from the world, ripe and full and pulsing with essence. Scatter them like bones to a pack of dogs. Their essence will strengthen the souls of the Deerwood. Let the remains of the dead feed the survivors.
Okay, now I've got to find things.
And when you descend the pit to sun in shadow, you can count on our assistance to see you safely through. As I hope we can count on yours when you reach the bottom. There are many souls upon the burial isle that are sworn to serve us. They belong to you now, and they shall guide your descent.
Durance's face is grave. Beware the promises of gods, Watcher. They are binding, but only in one direction. The beasts grow restless, pawing the ground and eyeing you with renewed interest. The bear sniffs at the ground next to your leg. One Stelgar skulks in the circle, its amber eyes glowing. Galawain hurls his knife between your feet, sinking to its handle. He raises his empty hand.
Hunt him, mortal. And when you stop him, let the souls he has captured feed the Deerwood.
Strengthen the souls of those who remain. Prepare them to face the challenges that will follow. Pledge that you will do this, and we will grant you a power fit for the finest warrior who ever lived.
Betray us, and my beasts shall track you down. Our allegiance is not to be accepted and cast aside.
I would hear what the other gods have to say first.
Consider and calculate, but decide.
Galawain's hands fall and the growling pack lunges into the circle. The vision vanishes, and in an instant return you need to tear Evron, where burning candles replace the glowing eyes of Galawain's beasts. I'd rather give the souls back to all the Hollowborn, but I think that's a neat thing there, so it's another option on the table. Folks, I'm going to conclude this episode with that. Hopefully next episode we can get into the chase proper. We're getting right down to the nitty-gritty, right here at the end. So thanks for watching, everyone, hanging out with me through this whole series. I'll see you next time, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.